Oh, and we are back. Welcome to Better Off Inside's Saturday Night Trivia. Yes, it looks a little bit different. There might be a little bit of a delay, but we got it going. We got a new setup. As you can see, I'm in a different part of my apartment. If you ever want to see what the rest look like, here we are. We are here for Saturday Night Trivia like normal. We are still getting people in, so we are going to be getting people in their rooms. We have like a ton of teams playing with us this week, so we want to give them some time to get going. Not even the people in the Zoom rooms, just people in general. They run late, so we're running here live, but we still want to get a lot of people in here. So just a few kind of things I just want to go over while we are waiting to get started. We have a ton of new offerings. So Better Off Inside is not just a trivia company. We are doing game nights on Wednesday nights. We are doing watch parties. Tomorrow, Tiger King, new episode. We'll be doing a watch party. So come hang out with us in our Slack channel. It should be an awesome time. We are hoping to kind of grow this community because, we have some great regulars here, and we want to, kind of grow it larger and do more fun stuff for everybody while we're all under lockdown. So that's kind of what we got going on here. Some game nights, some watch parties, and we are always very, very interested in feedback from you guys because that's what we're doing this for. We want to make a community that is fun and people are, you let us know what you want and we'll try and make it happen. So that's just what I want to get out of the way to start. We are waiting for more people to come in. I can see our viewer number is going up, which is sweet, but we also need to get our whole crew in. A few suggestions: if you are playing with your team, maybe do one person on the stream so that they can see me and they do a screen share with the video so you guys can all see me and you guys have the audio of me talking. That way there's no weird echo noise or something like that. It's just easy for, you only have one source of the incredible trivia knowledge that is coming your way. So that's my recommendation. You guys can do whatever the hell you want, but it might just be easier that way. More information on the watch party. You will get an email about that. Yeah. So it's our new thing. We're trying it out to see what happens, but basically there's that new Tiger King episode that I think everybody wants to watch. It's going to be hosted by Joel McHale. So he's, I think, doing follow-up interviews or something like that. The thing that I read about it that I am very interested about is that one character, Saf, who got her arm ripped off by the tiger, then showed up to work the next 5 days later. She will be interviewed. I would love to get her perspective on everything because that is commitment. If in some freak trivia live streaming accident I were to lose my arm, I don't know if I'd be coming back in 5 days. Or maybe I would because it isn't that hard. I only need one, I guess. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that on Sunday. Look out for an email for that. But yeah, it should be cool. And I was gonna ask where people are coming from, but it looks like we got Tulsa in the house. We got ATL. We got Canada. Emma, I think you are our first international viewer. That's pretty cool. Tampa, nice. Catherine, I think you're a regular here. The new Photoshop background, that is not Photoshop. I think actually if I move over, you can see we have a Nintendo Switch on our couch. So if we got any Animal Crossing heads out there, executive producer Camilla has her very own island. You can hit her up. You can trade beats or whatever. I don't know how it works exactly. But there is some type of thriving market that exists on Animal Crossing. So we got Milwaukee, very chill Milwaukee. Glad to have you here. New York, nice. Burgers, that'd be Pittsburgh, which is where this right here glass is from. That is the East End Brewery in East End, Pittsburgh. Yeah, is he wearing pants? Who knows? Maybe on the 100th episode of Better Off Inside Trivia, we'll do a great pants reveal. Hayden from the Bronx, great to have you. Nice to have you in here. Camilla, executive producer Camilla, that's her home borough. So shout out to the Bronx. Anyways, good to see we got some regulars too. I believe that's Peter Jackman from Rolling Out. I think they took home the ship last week. We have some new stuff. So we actually are going to be doing a tiebreaker question for the first time ever because we had some really close scores. So I was working on this wild Excel formula that will hopefully work and give us a great tiebreaker. If not, there's no prize, so don't worry about it. But it should be cool. And as everything with these trivia nights, it's just for fun. So we do have live scores. We will be going over them. But some things you guys do want to watch out for is making sure you enter for your own team. Make sure that you only enter once. Actually, make sure that actually gets submitted. I do know, I actually know they're in the chat. I saw Madison. Her team looked like a runaway juggernaut because there was another team with a similar sounding name that was double answering for them. So I think their final score was like 70 something when you really can only get like 40 points. So just make sure that you are entering your team score. You only do it once. Only one person on your team is going to be submitting a score because we will notice, we will see, we have a little submissions counter that will track to see how many times you've submitted the score. So just do it once, please. And hopefully we will have a clear-cut winner. So we have Bronx, Long Island, and Indiana. That's cool. A person from Indiana. Are they originally a New Yorker, or are they like, you somehow became friends with a person from the Midwest? Shout out to you. And yeah, Madison's mentioning it right there. They're the Oklahoma City Cool Cats and Kittens. So good answer, good question. Also, Nahir, so what you need to do is you need to go to that Google document. It's called Trivia Link Document 41120. And you'll see it's like the round one answer sheet. My lovely executive producer, Camilla, will be putting that answer sheet in there once we get trivia started. And then you open that up, and then I'll go through the questions out here, and then we will, you'll submit them, and then we'll get the scores, that type of thing. Seattle, very nice. Seattle's in the house. Staten Island. I think it's our first Staten Island person here. People do care about Staten Island, Adrian. Don't worry. Arizona, love it. Love it. So yeah, hopefully Arlington, Virginia, Yonkers, Boston. Jesus, these are going incredible. Like we have people from all over. We have 138 teams this week, which is literally, I think, almost exactly double the number we had last week. So it should be sweet. And I hope you guys are smart. There will be no TV show specific category either. I know we got some feedback from people saying, I never watched The Office, so that round is basically a wrap. We have done away with that as much as I do love The Office. I thought those questions are pretty fun. But that's cool. We're making them a little more diverse. We got Philly, but quarantine at my brother's in Jersey. I'm sorry about that, Timothy. Or maybe it's nice. Maybe he's got a yard in New Jersey. That's one thing that would actually get me to go home is if I had a yard. Instead, I just have a couch and a window. So, also we're doing our little drink check. What do we got? I got my Juice Bomb. This is not a sponsored post. This is just the beer I drink. It's like eating an orange. I don't go outside, so I'm not getting any, great vitamin D from the sunlight. So I guess I can get it by drinking this beer that is orange colored, and it's like my daily dose of fruit. So, also, of course, as any trivia host should have, a giant glass of water. Mix in a lot of that, kid. Okay. We got G&T's, 19 Crimes. 19 Crimes. Actually, I've heard about 19 Crimes. I think this is what it is. If you take your phone and you go to the bottle of 19 Crimes and you maybe through their app or I'm not sure what, but it's like an AR thing where the person who's on the wanted poster will be like, what am I in for? You'll never get that information out of me, or something like that. They do like it's like a Harry Potter, like little video type thing. So check that out. I think that's 19 Crimes. So we got hard cider. Just watched for 2 bottles. It's an app. White Claw. Hey, summer's coming. We might not be allowed outside, but summer's coming. Nail polish soda. Shout out Charlie. Charlie's actually my brother, so good for him. And also my there's a whole cousin crew in here. I told him I'd give him a shout out, so shout out to the Hart Maher cousins. There's like I think 3 or 4 other cousin teams from other families. So I think there's like forced family bonding, and then there's our team is essential. I think they're like all family, and then there's like the Spalding cousins. I don't know if that's actually a joke or those are real people, but if the Spalding cousins are present, then, you know, say what's up. So, yeah, there's a lot of family teams in this here trivia. What's kind of funny is I feel like we never, ever did family Zoom calls ever in our entire lives, but now that none of us can do anything else, my family has a standing Zoom meeting at 5:00 on Sundays where it's like, oh, hey, there's my Aunt Nancy. Okay, cool. Hi, Aunt Nancy. You know, and it's kind of cool. It's like it's like I miss hanging out with my family in person when I'm at home, and I never do it when I'm in, you know, my apartment and everything. But now that we have literally nowhere else to go, it's actually been really fun. So I'm expecting some type of Aunt Nancy or other aunt and uncle comment in 3, 2, 1. Probably in the comments at some point. So, so yeah, we're JC, baby. If anybody was back in the early days, remember my little buddy Otto the Orange? He was in my pocket right here. We got him over in a place of honor by the TV. So yeah, people are coming in. As soon as I get the go ahead and we get more people in here, we do have, like I said, a large crowd, so we want to make sure they all are present, and not even necessarily getting them into those Zoom rooms. Just like people run late. You'd be surprised how many people can't show up to a meeting that is being held on their laptop in their apartment, but it happens. Shout out Pat Hart. That would be my mother. Thanks for coming, Mom. I appreciate it. We got some different type of round this time. There was one that literally I was like doing dishes, and Camilla said to me, she was just like, person X is actually younger than person Y. And literally, I was so shocked by that, we decided to make an entire round over what is older than what. And it would be pretty interesting to see if you guys actually think that's difficult, because some of this stuff I was completely surprised. So we'll see. And then we also have new people coming in here. And since I last said this, we are running watch parties for Tiger King tomorrow, the new episode. Please join us. Go to our Slack channel. We'll all be watching it. I think we're going to have somebody doing that Netflix party, Chrome extension app type thing. And then on Wednesdays, we're running game night. We actually had some people who I recognize in the chat who are here, who are at game night. Shout out my man Mario. He actually had Jackbox, and we had a bunch of people playing Jackbox on TV on Wednesday night. We had Scattergories. We had Cards Against Humanity. We had a Pictionary game that I thought was cool, and no one decided to play, which was kind of a bummer because I actually really liked it. But I got to test it out while I was on the clock for work, and you'd be surprised by the number of extremely serious Pictionary players there are at like 1 p.m. who talk so much shit and will be like, you know, I'll be drawing like, I don't know, a barn. And they're like, that doesn't look like a barn. That looks like a trash can. And it's like, well, I'm trying, okay? And it's like, you got to wonder who are these people who are playing Pictionary at 1 p.m. in the middle of the day, and then you realize you are one of them. So I will shout out the Better Off peeps. So Better Off Bowling was the original company that we had still operational and running, and we were running these social bowling leagues all across the country. But we are no longer able to run them because every bowling alley in America is closed. I did check. I checked, actually. So now we are doing these online events, and we're trying to rebuild that same community that we had on the bowling lanes and doing it online. We also run brunches. So there's a ton of synergies between bowling leagues and social brunches and apparently virtual trivia leagues. But we have an offering called Better Off Brunching, which once all the restaurants open, we will be hosting social brunches. So you can take your trivia friends that you met online and you can go get some mimosas, and instead of drinking in front of a screen, you can get like, you know, bottomless mimosas and some Eggs Benedict at a restaurant when it opens back up again, which will be at some date. I'm not sure when. Yeah, who remembers brunch? It's like, you know, the brunch. I haven't heard that name in years, you know, which is pretty much where we're at now. Unfortunately, I think I've cooked every single meal for the past month, which has been chill because, you know, saving money. But Ron, we're living good, man. We are living good. And we are Camilla just gestured at me when I said I've made every meal for the past month, because she knows damn well I've gotten some Chinese food and some Domino's orders and am completely misrepresenting myself to sound like I am actually some type of great chef. So the people asking when we're starting, we are going to be getting going as soon as I get the go ahead from our administrator that everyone's in their Zoom rooms. I will also maybe do one of these. So if you just want to mute me and chill, and then, you know, we'll get you in there, or we'll get the trivia started. But really, I just need to make sure we're all good to go, because I don't want to leave anybody in the dust as we get things started. So, and if you are in a Zoom room, guys, please put your team number in your display name. Okay, it'll make us way easier to sort people, and we will we'll be able to get started the sooner that happens. You do have time to get a beer, Mom. I know probably where she's watching that and where the refrigerator is, so that will also you'll have enough time for that, so don't worry. But yeah, so please put your team number in the display name. We will be started once we do that. If you have any teammates who are not in your Zoom call yet, tell them to put their team number in the display name, because that way we can get them in. A lot of times what people do is they have something called, like, they join and it's like, you know, iPhone or like Gil's MacBook or something like that. So if you could just edit your display name with the handy guide we sent you, that would be very nice, and we'll be able to get started. I'm being told we are very close to the start time, so that will be that'll be coming your way soon. Let me mix in a water here. You do not need to be on Zoom. That is just, there are some people who asked for a Zoom room, and we had a maximum of 50 of them. So we were able to give you guys private rooms, but we have like 138 teams, so it wouldn't fit for everybody. So it was first come, first serve, whoever got there first. And that's who got the Zoom rooms. But I'm being told we are close to getting filled, and we are going to be starting soon. So stick with me, my guys. I'm also going to do an official rundown of how things work. You know, we'll get started once I explain the rules and all that good stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think about my new... I'm also kind of realizing I'm in like a box. This is cool. We will also take any feedback, just in general too, not even about my lovely little box I'm in, but like about operations, about the questions, anything like that. I've just gotten the go-ahead from on high that we are ready to start. So I'm going to do my signal. This is my signal that we are going to be starting trivia. So if you have me on mute, we have begun. Okay. So just a rundown of the rules before we get started, my guys. Welcome to Better Off Inside Saturday Night Trivia. We are live from an undisclosed location in Brooklyn, New York, aka my one-bedroom apartment. I am your host, Gil Maher. First things first, we would ask that any photos you take, please make sure to tag us on Instagram. You can see our Instagram is, it's over there. Yeah, this way, right there. Yeah, tag us on Instagram. And if you could please just, post a story, tag us. We'll grow this community. We'll get more people. It'll be great. And we can do more fun stuff. So, the more people we have, the more stuff we can do. Help us help you. Also, we ask you guys just have an open mind. This is kind of a weird way to run trivia. But if you could just, roll with the punches with us and let's just have fun. We really, really appreciate you guys coming out and playing with us. I know it's easy. You just open up a laptop, but I'm serious. It actually is great to see the same people every week and to see new people. It's really awesome. So thank you for coming. And we are very glad that you are here. Okay. How trivia will work. I'm going to be reading the questions out loud on the YouTube live stream. You will be answering the questions on the Typeform sheets, which will be linked into that Google document. Actually, Camilla, if you could throw the round 1 answer form into the Google document from Typeform. So Camilla is going to put that in there, and you go to that trivia Google Doc, which is also in our description down there. That will have the round 1 answer sheet. If you could nominate one person, maybe your team captain, to fill that out for you, one per team. Please make sure you find your team name in the dropdown. We are doing rounds of multiple choice questions, and we have a crazy formula that should give us live scoring, but you never know with Excel and what people will do to break it because we have so many people. Just please, one person submit the answers. If you submit more than once, it'll mess everything up, and we're actually going to know which teams mess it up, and I might shame you on this live stream. Reminder, this is just a casual league. There's no real prize, but we are going to keep score as best we can. There are a lot of teams playing tonight, but if you are in finishing as a top team, we would love to get a picture of you. So if you could take a picture of you guys all cheersing or, doing the I'm smart thing, that would be great. We'll give you a shout out on our Instagram. You can show your friends that you are practicing good social distancing, and you are also very smart. Finally, no cheating or putting the answers in the live chat. As I've always said, there will be 0 consequences if you do that, but it's also super lame, so just don't do it. And be nice. You guys seem like you've been nice in the comments, which I appreciate. That's internet comments usually suck, but you guys all seem friendly and nice. And also remember, my mom is there too, so, don't be rude. Okay. How are we feeling? We're ready to get going. I'm assuming you are. Team captains, open up those type forms in that Google sheet. Like I said, if you are having trouble, I know we have some people monitoring the comments. So go to the Slack channel or go to the comments. Let us know. And we will be going to our next slide. Question 1. Okay. How many states border the Gulf of Mexico? 6, 4, 5, 7, or 3. All right. Question 1, one more time. How many states border the Gulf of Mexico? That's not border Mexico, it's the Gulf of Mexico. 6, 4, 5, 7, or 3. Okay, question number 2. How many championships did Michael Jordan win during his storied NBA career? 10, 6, 8, 5, or 7. Okay. Number 2. How many championships? What's that?
Change the screen.
Oh, yes. So normally I have Camilla doing my slides for me, but with this new fancy technology, I am doing these slides. So good note. Thank you, everyone. So that's question 2. How many championships did Michael Jordan win during his storied NBA career? Question 3. What was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards? Okay, question 3 again. Oh, I forgot to list them. Sorry about that, guys. It was Toy Story, Dumbo, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, or Fantasia. Number 3 again. What was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards? Was it Toy Story, Dumbo, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, or Fantasia? All right. We have question number 4. Which country produces the most coffee in the world? Is it Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, or Bolivia? Number 4 again. Which country produces the most coffee in the world? Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, or Bolivia? All right, number 5. Let me get my slide over here. Number 5. Which Shakespeare character says, "Good night, sweet prince," to Hamlet as Hamlet is dying? Spoiler alert, if you didn't read that in high school. I didn't know about that until I read this. Crap, I guess he dies. Ophelia, Laertes, Horatio, Claudius, or Gertrude? Okay, number 5, one more time. Which Shakespeare character says, "Good night, sweet prince," to Hamlet as Hamlet is dying? Is it Ophelia, Laertes, Horatio, Claudius, or Gertrude? Cool. All right. Number 6. Which of these rivers is the longest? The Mississippi River, the Amazon River, the River Thames, the Yangtze River, or the Mekong River? Number 6 again. Which of these rivers is the longest? Is it the Mississippi River, the Amazon River, the River Thames, the Yangtze River, or the Mekong River? Okay, number 7. Where were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stored during World War II? Is it in the Library of Congress, Fort Bragg, the National Archives, Fort Knox, or Independence Hall? Number 7 again. Where were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stored during World War II? The Library of Congress, Fort Bragg, the National Archives, Fort Knox, Independence Hall. Okay, number 8. Which current NFL team does not have a majority owner and is owned by a variety of stockholders? It's the Green Bay Packers, the Los Angeles Rams, the Atlanta Falcons, the Jacksonville Jaguars, or the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, number 8. Again, which current NFL team does not have a majority owner and is owned by a variety of stockholders? Is it the Green Bay Packers, the Los Angeles Rams, the Atlanta Falcons, the Jacksonville Jaguars, or the Cincinnati Bengals? All right, number 9. Oh, my slide is always number 9. Which 2 U.S. states don't observe daylight saving time? Nebraska and Iowa, Montana and Wyoming, North Dakota and Alaska, Alaska and Arizona, Arizona and Hawaii. Okay, number 9, one more time. Which 2 U.S. states do not observe daylight savings time? Nebraska and Iowa, Montana and Wyoming, North Dakota and Alaska, Alaska and Arizona, or Arizona and Hawaii. Okay, final question of round 1. So just some reminders here. When you are done with your answers, please hit submit. The scores will auto-calculate, but also remember, double check to make sure your team is the correct one. You've selected the right one on the drop-down. You should see your captain's last name along with your team name. Also remember to only submit one score, because if we see people submitting more than one, your score will be inflated. We'll know it. And also with the scores, you will see you have a +1 already. You start out with 1 point. That is just how our tiebreaker works. So everyone gets 1 point. Congratulations, you're all on the board. So, okay, number 10, final question of round 1. Which pitcher holds the record for the most complete games in an MLB career? Is it Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax, Roger Clemens, Pedro Martinez, or Cy Young? All right, number 10, one more time. Which pitcher holds the record for the most complete games in an MLB career? Is it Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax, Roger Clemens, Pedro Martinez, or Cy Young? Okay, now hit submit on those answers if you are ready. I'm going to run through these one more time, though, just in case you missed any. So we'll just do these quickly. Just one more time.
Next slide. Submit slide.
Oh, next slide is submit answers. There you go. I actually didn't know my own slides. Thank you to executive producer Camilla. Okay, so hit submit. I'm going to do these questions one more time. How many states border the Gulf of Mexico is number 1. Number 2, how many championships did Michael Jordan win during his storied NBA career? Number 3, what was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards? Number 4, which country produces the most coffee in the world? Number 5, which Shakespeare character says, "Good night, sweet prince," to Hamlet as Hamlet is dying? Number 6, which of these rivers is the longest? Number 7, where were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stored during World War II? Number 8, which current NFL team does not have majority owner and is owned by a variety of stockholders? Number 9, which 2 U.S. states do not observe daylight savings time? And then number 10, our final question of the round, which pitcher holds the record for the most complete games in an MLB career? So smash that submit button, and we are going to watch these come in live. Let's see what we got here. Okay, looks like, D. Weinsteins, you guys submitted twice. You ended up with 2. You guys submitted twice. Come on. You have a score of appears to be 20, but there's only 11 possible points to get. So we already had our first team submit twice. So just something to watch out for, guys. Okay, we got scores coming in though, which is pretty sweet. Free agent team 1, it looks like you guys also submitted twice. Please, 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 only submit your score once. But we got some good responses here. We got people. Let's see. You know what? I think the issue is I might have not set this to. I need to change the sharing settings here, guys. Hold on one second. What? People are requesting to view the document, but because it's not set public.
Oh, it's not set public.
Yep. So hold on. Stop. Please stop spamming the request to view button. There you go. That should do it. Anyone with the link can view. My email just blew up on my phone. So I think we should be all right. There we go. Everyone's in here now. They can all view it. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we still got some score submissions coming in. Still got a lot of teams we need to get their scores from. So guys, please hit that submit button once you think you are ready. We'll be going over the answers next. So people got 11 points. If you listen to what I said earlier, the tiebreaker gives you a +1 point to start. So there were 10 possible points in that first round. But if you got a perfect score, you have 11 because you started out with 1 point, basically, is how that works. So, yeah, that is why you will see our team is essential. They have 11 points. They got a perfect score because you started out with a +1. If you scroll down, you will see teams that did not submit scores. They also have a 1, and that is because of our tiebreaker, how we set that up. So, and I think what we will be doing is at some point I might jump into these scores and maybe remove that second submitted score from some of these teams, just because it does throw off our rankings. So, yeah, keep them coming, guys. They are still coming in, but we have a lot of teams that still need to hit submit. I'm probably going to give you like an extra minute and a half, maybe minute and a half. I think that seems reasonable. And then we're gonna have to move on. We're gonna do some answers, and we're gonna go to round 2. So can't wait for everybody. Know what I mean? I'm gonna hop in right now though and make a quick edit because I think we don't want to have that team in first place because they submitted twice. So 1 second. So that should work. D. Weinstein's, I deleted your second submission because it was a double. So you got your score. You guys got 9 out of 10 right. Very good job. But your first submitted score is the one that's going to count. So that's that. All right. I think we got most people's scores in. Yeah, we got a lot of them in here. If you did not submit your scores, please get them in. And also do not, I would really appreciate if you didn't do your scores after we went over the answers. So cool. Let's do some answers, guys. Let me pull them up real quick. Okay. Number 1, how many states border the Gulf of Mexico? Oh, the answer is 5. It is Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Number 2, how many championships did Michael Jordan win during his storied NBA career? That would be 6, 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98. Number 3, what was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards? That was Beauty and the Beast. It was in 1991, and they lost to a much different film, Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, that would have been different crowds, for sure. Number 4, which country produces the most coffee in the world? The answer is A, Brazil. They produce 3.5 million metric tons. I have no idea how much that is, but it's a lot, I think. I would assume they're number 1, but I can't even contextualize what a million of a metric ton would look like. Which Shakespeare character says, "Good night, sweet prince," to Hamlet as Hamlet is dying? That would be Horatio. I don't have any context for that one because I've never read this. And I thought Shakespeare was boring, but if you knew it, congrats to you. Which of these rivers is the longest? That'd be the Amazon River. It is 3,977 miles. It is not the longest river in the world, though. That would be the Nile. Oh, very good, guys. Very good. Okay. Where were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stored during World War I? That is in Fort Knox, along with all of our gold. So they moved it there, and it was probably pretty safe because that is where literally all of our gold is. Number 8, which current NFL team does not have a majority owner and is owned by a variety of stockholders? That is the Green Bay Packers. So Green Bay Packers, Inc. has 300,060 stockholders. I think I said that right. And it is the reason they've stayed in Green Bay. They are a massive football franchise in a tiny little Wisconsin town, and they remain that way because they are publicly owned. Number 9, which 2 U.S. states don't observe daylight saving time? That would be Arizona and Hawaii. And that is as we all should. None of us should be observing daylight saving time, but we do, unfortunately. A small caveat to the people in Arizona who do not observe it: the Navajo tribal lands do, in fact, observe daylight savings times, but everybody else in Arizona does not. Number 10, which pitcher holds the record for the most complete games in an MLB career? That is Cy Young. If you've ever heard of the Cy Young Award, it's named after him. He completed 749 games. He also has the most career wins with 511 and innings pitched with 7,356. He also has a ton of other awards and records, but the Wikipedia article is super long, so I only put some of them. So that is round 1. That concludes our first round. Let's do a score check. So this is me trying to see if this will work. Hold on, let's see if the score sheet pops up. Oh, there it is. Right on. Okay, cool. So you will see in first place, we have a bunch of ties. So our team is Essential by Janovich. Ooh, that's Scott Janovich. He is a regular player. His team did well last week. So shout out to you, Scott. Reluctant Prisoners, regulars. The Yankees, regulars. Wuhan Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I think those guys are new, but I'm glad to have you. So you guys are all tied for first. Looks like Free Agent Team 1 also submitted twice. We might have to edit that at some point, but right now we're looking at our top kind of 10 teams. So if you want to get a shout out from me, then get these questions right and be in the top. So yeah, we got the Weinsteins. Yeah, once we remove that second score, you guys are in there. Dim Sum, Dirty Quarantines. Okay.
I think you should explain the 11th thing again.
The 11th thing. Okay, so I'm being told by my producer that there's some questions about 11. You got the bonus point automatically. Everybody gets a +1 because it's how we factor in our tiebreaker. We can talk offline about the Excel and how that all works. I'd love to explain it to you. But basically, everybody gets 1 point. Scroll down on that list and you will see There's teams that didn't even submit a score. They have 1 point because everybody starts with 1 point. So if you got a perfect score, you have 11. If you got one wrong, you have 10. Make sense? Okay. That is our score check brought to you by Verizon. I don't know. Anyways, cool. There's our score sheet. Let's move on to round 2. Question 1. Do you put the answer, the link in the Google document?
Round 2?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
So hold on. Let's pump the brakes. We're gonna put the link to the answer document into the Google Doc. So you will see it. You guys get a head start on this question if you'd like. I'm not gonna say it yet, but so yeah, we'll get that link in there. Just 1 second. Open it up, and we'll be raging. I actually don't have the comments in front of me, so I'm assuming you guys are all saying, "Wow, great job, Gil! You're super sweet at Excel." That's what I would assume you're saying, because I can't see it. So, yeah, once I get the thumbs up that sheet is in there, we'll start round 2.
It's in the comments and in the sheet.
It's in the comments and it's in the sheet. Okay, so open that right now, and we will jump to question 1, round 2. Which distilled spirit was the top-selling brand of 2019 in the United States? Was it Jack Daniels, Smirnoff, Hennessy, White Claw, or Tito's Handmade Vodka? Okay, question 1 again. Which distilled spirit was the top-selling brand of 2019 in the United States? Jack Daniels, Smirnoff, Hennessy, White Claw, or Tito's Handmade Vodka? I'm just going to be doing fake endorsements from these guys. So our next score check is going to be sponsored by White Claw. All right, question 2. We're rolling. Which song currently has the most views of all time on YouTube? Despacito by Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee. Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. Baby Shark Dance. Pinkfong Kids Songs and Stories. I don't know that one. Shake It Off, Taylor Swift. All right, cool. Number 2 again. Which song currently has the most views of all time on YouTube? Is it Despacito, Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee? Shape of You by Ed Sheeran? Uptown Funk with Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars? Baby Shark Dance, Pinkfong Kids Song and Stories, Shake It Off, Taylor Swift? Okay, that was number 2. Now to number 3. Which movie was director Steven Spielberg's first blockbuster hit? Close Encounters of the Third Kind, The Color Purple, Jaws, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, or E.T., the Extraterrestrial? Number 3, one more time. Which movie was director Steven Spielberg's first blockbuster hit? Close Encounters of the Third Kind, The Color Purple, Jaws, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, or E.T., the Extraterrestrial? Okay. Question 4. Which college has produced the most NBA players of all time? Is it UCLA, Duke, Kansas, Indiana, or Kentucky? Ooh, excuse me. All right, number 4, one more time. Which college has produced the most NBA players of all time? UCLA, Duke, Kansas, Indiana, Kentucky. All right, number 5, chugging right along. Sticking with sports. Which country has hosted the most Olympic Games? Japan, Russia, United States, Great Britain, or France? That's France to anybody who doesn't speak French, like me. Number 5 again, guys. Which country has hosted the most Olympic Games? Was it Japan, Russia, the United States, Great Britain, or France? Okay, number 6. Time flies. Which European country shares a border with Brazil because one of its territories does? Is it Portugal, Belgium, Denmark, France, or Great Britain? All right, number 6 again. Which European country shares a border with Brazil because one of its territories does? Portugal, Belgium, Denmark, France, or Great Britain? Okay, number 6 again. Which European country shares a border with Brazil? Oh, wait, I already said that. I said it twice. Number 7. Okay, we're going to number 7. Sorry. Okay, number 7. In what year was the blue M&M introduced? 1941, 1976, 1982, 1995, or 2001? Number 7 again. In what year was the blue M&M introduced? 1941, 1976, 1982, 1995, or 2001? Cool. That's number 7. On to the next. In 1980, which U.S. city presented Saddam Hussein with a key to the city? Was it Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Milwaukee, or Cincinnati? Number 8 again. In 1980, which U.S. city presented Saddam Hussein with a key to the city? Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Milwaukee, or Cincinnati? All right, number 9. Which New York City borough is credited with inventing hip-hop? Would it be Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, or Staten Island? Okay, number 9, one more time. Which New York City borough is credited with inventing hip-hop? Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, or Staten Island? Number 10, our final question of the round. Same reminders as before. Only one person submits. Please submit as relatively quickly. I'm going to review these questions again. You guys hit submit. Everyone gets them in. I'll do the answers. And also just a good time. Grab a photo. Maybe send it to us. Tag us on Instagram. Email us. We would love to have your photos of you guys having fun playing trivia. I assume you're having fun. Again, I'm not looking at the comments, so I think everything is going really well. Please just let us know about any feedback. We are very interested in it. Cool. Number 10, our final question of round 2. What channel broadcasted, should be in past tense, that's a typo on my part, dating shows Flavor of Love and Rock of Love? Was it VH1, MTV, MTV2, Bravo, or E? Number 10, one more time. What channel broadcasted in the past? Unfortunately, these shows are not with us anymore. Celebrity dating shows Flavor of Love and Rock of Love. VH1, MTV, MTV2, Bravo, or E? Okay, let's run through these questions one more time, and then we will look at some scores and we'll do some answers. Okay. Number 1, which distilled spirit was the top-selling brand of 2019 in the United States? Let me switch my slide. Hold on. Submit round. Yep, there you go. Submit those. Number 2, which song currently has the most views of all time on YouTube? Number 3, which movie was director Steven Spielberg's first blockbuster hit? Number 4, which college has produced the most NBA players of all time? Number 5, which country has hosted the most Olympic Games? Number 6, which European country shares a border with Brazil because one of its territories does? Number 7, in what year was the blue M&M introduced? Number 8, in 1980, which U.S. city presented Saddam Hussein with a key to the city? And then number 9, which New York City borough is credited with inventing hip-hop? Number 10, what channel broadcasts celebrity dating shows Flavor of Love and Rock of Love? All right, so let's get those answers in. Let's take a quick little peek at the score sheet, see how we're doing. Okay, we should only have 2 submissions, my guys. We got a lot of people who double submitted here, I think, right? Is my math wrong? We just did round 2. So we should have only 1 submission here. Something's weird is going on with these scores, I think. Okay. So we have 3 submissions there. Interesting. Okay, might have to take a little bit of a closer look on this at some point. But
Points aren't weird.
The points aren't weird? Yeah. But the submissions are. A little stumped by that. Okay. Well, we'll keep having these come in, and we can also go around the end and, take a look at these closer. So, say, for example, there's some weird Excel thing that didn't hit correctly. We can take a look at it because we'll have everyone's data. So, we'll have as accurate of a score picture as we can get tonight. But I can also jump in this a little bit more and kind of see what's what. Just 1 second, guys. So yeah, okay. Well, these scores are still coming in, guys. I'll give you another minute or so, I'll give you exactly a minute to continue submitting scores. Like I said, we will have, we can always update these or correct them or whatever, because we will have all of your answers, but we might not have them the exact minute, because as we know, Excel is really hard. So, yeah, just keep submitting them, and then we'll do some answers. Also, it'd be a good time to grab another drink. I am personally empty, so you may see this seat vacate for like 30 seconds while I go to the fridge and grab another beer. I'm getting the shaken head. No, absolutely do not do that from my executive producer. She's going to the refrigerator and making sure that her trivia night host is well hydrated.
Something happened.
Yeah, apparently she's worried people will think something happened to me, but no. Okay. So I think we have about every score in, and let's move on to some answers. Okay. Let's go with number 1. Which distilled spirit was the top-selling brand of 2019 in the United States? The answer is Tito's Homemade Vodka. So I threw a little curveball in there for you. White Claw is not a distilled spirit brand. It is like beer, basically. So Tito's overtook Smirnoff this year. Smirnoff used to be top dog. Now Tito's is number 1. Would love to get that Tito sponsorship. If you guys know anybody, you let me know. Which song currently has the most views of all time on YouTube? That would be Despacito by Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee. Oh, we got some wine coming in. Thank you very much, Camilla. Number 3, which movie was director Steven Spielberg's first blockbuster hit? That is Jaws. It was released in 1975. I also forgot to give you guys a little bit of trivia. So Despacito had 6.7 billion views. That is number 1. And then Jaws was released in 1975. It was Steven Spielberg's first blockbuster hit. Number 4, which college has produced the most NBA players of all time? That would be Kentucky with 107 players. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm sure they all got great educations and did not receive money to go to Kentucky. Number 5, which country has hosted the most Olympic Games? That would be the United States with 8. I am including the Winter Games in that because they matter as well. Number 6, which European country shares a border with Brazil because one of its territories does? That would be France. So French Guiana, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, borders the Brazilian state of Amapá, which is in the north. So it's like northern Brazil. Amapá is apparently very desolate. There's like nobody there. It's like all kind of forest or something. But yeah, so France technically has a border with Brazil. In what year was the blue M&M introduced? That is D, 1995. So yeah, not 1941. Your grandpa did not have blue M&Ms as a kid. 1995, much more recently. Okay, here's a weird one. In 1980, which U.S. city presented Saddam Hussein with the key to the city? So it was Detroit. And for some reason, who knows why, he donated like a few $100,000 to local churches. And he got the key to the city of Detroit. So shout out to him, I guess. Which New York City borough is credited with inventing hip hop? That would be the Bronx, home of my executive producer, Camilla, and DJ Kool Herc, who is considered to be the inventor of hip hop. He held a party in the basement of an apartment building, which is where it apparently came to be. And number 10, what channel broadcasted celebrity dating shows Flavor of Love and Rock of Love? That would, of course, be VH1 when they had the monster lineup of Surreal Life, Strange Love, Bag Me a Brady, Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, all of their reality shows. Basically, when it was like the summer of my 8th grade, I loved them all. And that was VH1. Please bring them back. Or Disney, buy them so they can come on Disney Plus and we can rewatch those shows. That would be awesome. So yeah, that would be we did score check. Let's take a look at the scores real quick. I think they might be a little screwed up, but I'll pull them up here. Yeah, the Reluctant Prisoners are number 1, it looks like, tied with When Wuhan Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. We're going to have to verify these, of course, just because I've been told that there might be some weird things going on with the scores. As always, Excel is a little tricky, and you have this many people signing up. Numbers can get a little weird. But like I said, we're doing this for fun. If you think you are a top team, please send us your photo so that we can feature you on our Instagram and you can show off to everybody how intelligent you are. All right, cool. Let's chug right along to round 3. How's that sound? Okay, wait, let me get that down. And then which up? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Oh no. Round 2. Okay, cool. All right, so round 3.
Wait.
Oh, we got to get the answer form in the comments. We'll get that in there. Grab a beer. We'll get that in there.
Alright, it's in the comments.
It's in the comments. It's in there.
It's in the doc.
It's in the doc. Okay. So this is what I was mentioning earlier. We're doing like a who/what is the oldest. So basically, we're going to start with some people, but also some events. So what happened first, or what is the oldest? And we'll see how this goes. I think it should be good. Okay. Number 1. There we go. Which hip hop artist is the oldest? Machine Gun Kelly, T-Pain, J. Cole, Drake, or Tyga? All right, let's do number 1 again. Which hip hop artist is the oldest? Machine Gun Kelly, T-Pain, J. Cole, Drake, or Tyga? Okay, number 2. Which of these religious texts is the oldest? Is it the... Oh, let me switch my slide real quick. The Bardo Thodol, also known as Tibetan Book of the Dead. I probably messed that pronunciation up. The Gospel of Luke, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Vedas, or the Quran? Okay. Which of these religious texts is the oldest? We're doing number 2 again. The Bardo Thodol, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Gospel of Luke, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Vedas, or the Quran? All right, number 3. Which of the following companies was founded first? Was it Nintendo, Sony, IBM, Atari, or Sega? Okay, number 3 again. Which company was founded first? Nintendo, Sony, IBM, Atari, or Sega? Okay. Number 4. Which male movie star is the oldest? Steve Carell, Tom Hanks, George Clooney, Pierce Brosnan, or Bruce Willis? Number 4 again. Which movie star is the oldest? Steve Carell, Tom Hanks, George Clooney, Pierce Brosnan, or Bruce Willis? I think we have a Bruce Willis named team out there somewhere. So if that's you, shout out to you. Okay, number 5. Number 5. Let me get my slide over here. Hold on. Number 5. All right. Which of these TV shows had the longest running series? MASH, The West Wing, Entourage, Mythbusters, or NYPD Blue? Number 5 again. Which of these TV shows had the longest running series? Is it MASH, The West Wing, Entourage, Mythbusters, or NYPD Blue? All right, here's a tough one. We got a tough one for number 6. If you are like old, then you might know this one. But anybody who's a Generation Z, I don't know, good luck. Number 6, which event occurred first? Roger Maris breaks Babe Ruth's single-season home run record. Rome holds the 17th Summer Olympics. So that'd be modern Olympics, guys, not like 1,000 years ago, like, you know, not 1,000 years ago. C, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho hits the big screen. The first presidential debate between Richard Nixon and JFK, or the United States sending 3,500 troops to Vietnam. All right, number 6, one more time. Which event occurred first? Roger Maris breaks Babe Ruth's single-season home run record. Rome holds the 17th Summer Olympics. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho hits the big screen. The first presidential debate between Richard Nixon and JFK. The United States sends 3,500 troops to Vietnam. All right, number 7. Which athlete is the oldest? LeBron James, Serena Williams, Michael Phelps, John Cena, or Cristiano Ronaldo? All right, number 7, one more time. Which athlete is the oldest? LeBron James, Serena Williams, Michael Phelps, John Cena, or Cristiano Ronaldo? Okay. Number 8. In the book, Lord of the Rings, which hobbit in the Fellowship was oldest? Merry, Pippin, Samwise, Frodo, or Rosie? Okay, number 8, one more time. In the book, Lord of the Rings, which hobbit in the Fellowship was oldest? Oh, sorry. Merry, Pippin, Samwise, Frodo, or Rosie? Okay. Number 9. Which boy band was formed first? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Dream Street, O-Town, or 98 Degrees? All right, question 9, one more time. Which boy band was formed first? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Dream Street, O-Town, or 98 Degrees? Okay. Number 10, our final question of round 3. As always, make sure you hit submit. As always, one person please submit the answers. We have someone working on the scores to see if they can get them fixed for us, but it might be something we just need to take a look at, maybe in a few minutes. But as we go into number 10, just remember, we're going to run through these questions again. We're going to go over the answers, and we're going to take a look at the scores, and hopefully they will tell us something. They'll tell us something good. So, cool. Question number 10. In the Red Dead Redemption video game series, which member of the Van der Linde gang is the oldest? Arthur Morgan, Dutch Van der Linde, Bill Williamson, John Marston, or Hosea Matthews? Number 10, one more time. In the Red Dead Redemption video game series, which member of the Van der Linde gang is the oldest? Arthur Morgan, Dutch Van der Linde, Bill Williamson, John Marston, or Hosea Matthews? So when you guys, I'm going to run through these one more time. I'm going to give you some time to answer them, but so get the scores in. We'll go and run through questions. Okay? Okay, let's run through these questions one more time, guys. Real quick. I can see some scores coming in, though. Very chill. Love it. Which hip-hop artist is the oldest? Which of these religious texts is the oldest? I'm going to say them out loud. Which hip-hop artist is the oldest? MGK, T-Pain, J. Cole, Drake, Tyga. Which of these religious texts is the oldest? The Bardo Thodol Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Gospel of Luke, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Vedas, and the Quran. Which company was founded first? That would be Nintendo, Sony, IBM, Atari, or Sega. Which male movie star is the oldest? Steve Carell, Tom Hanks, George Clooney, Pierce Brosnan, or Bruce Willis? Which of these TV shows had the longest running series? MASH, The West Wing, Entourage, Mythbusters, NYPD Blue. Number 6, which event occurred first? Roger Maris breaks Babe Ruth's single-season home run record. Rome holds the 17th Summer Olympics. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho hits the big screen. First presidential debate between Richard Nixon and JFK. The United States sends 3,500 troops to Vietnam. Which athlete is the oldest? That's LeBron James, Serena Williams, Michael Phelps, John Cena, or Cristiano Ronaldo. In the book Lord of the Rings, which hobbit in the Fellowship was oldest? Merry, Pippin, Samwise, Frodo, or Rosie? Number 9, which boy band was formed first? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Dream Street, O-Town, 98 Degrees. And number 10, in the Red Dead Redemption video game series, which member of the Van der Linde gang is the oldest? Arthur Morgan, Dutch Van der Linde, Bill Williamson, John Marston, Hosea Matthews. Cool. Start working on those. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to sit right here, but I will be back talking to you in a second.
Slide to submit.
Oh, slide to submit. Boom. Submit those round 3 answers. Okay, we got some scores coming in. From what I can tell, I think that the scores are in fact correct, but I think that the submission number is not correct. So I think maybe a +1 at some point got put onto the submissions, but it looks like the majority of people after 3 rounds have 4 submissions, which is correct and good. We're happy about that. And then I think if you have more than 4, then you might have an extra one in there. So I'm looking at you, Bohemian Rhapsody, which isn't a big deal. We can go in and we can adjust that, no problem. But I'm thinking we should be. I think these numbers are actually right. So if that is in fact the case, Wuhan, I believe you are our first place team, which is great. Good job, guys. And I think we're actually in good shape here. So we'll keep them coming in. I think just our submission counter is maybe +1 for whatever reason. So that's fine though. Okay, cool. So we have some more scores coming in. I'm gonna give you guys like another minute. Maybe, we'll do 45 seconds. 45 seconds to get those in, and then we're gonna do some answers. Again, I can't see the live stream comments, so I'm assuming you've all been saying, Gil, this is awesome. You're hilarious. The questions are great. And we love your red shirt. All right, that is roughly 45 seconds. So we've got our scores in. Let's do some answers. And yeah, we'll run it that way. Okay, cool. So we are going to do some answers. Which hip-hop artist is the oldest? Well, you know that is J. Cole. He is 35. T-Pain is 34. So who would have thought? T-Pain seemed way older. Number 2, which of these religious texts is the oldest? That would be the Vedas. They are extremely old. They're like from 1500 BC, whereas everything else is a lot sooner than that. Which company was founded first? That is Nintendo in 1889. They're originally a game card company. Before they did video games, they did playing cards. Number 4, which movie star is the oldest? It is Pierce Brosnan. He is 66 years old. I would not have guessed that. He's quite an old man. Which of these TV shows had the longest running series? That is Mythbusters. They have been on for 15 years. They ended in 2018. I probably stopped watching after 2010. So, they got their money. Shout out to them. Which event occurred first? It was Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho hits the big screen. That happened on September 8th, 1960. It was actually just a few days before the Olympics and a few weeks before the debate. Remember, debates are in the fall because that is when the presidential elections are. Which athlete is the oldest? That's John Cena. He is 42 years old. LeBron is not that old yet, but he will be probably dunking on everybody when he's 42. In the book, Lord of the Rings, which hobbit in the Fellowship was oldest? That is, of course, Frodo. Unlike the movies, Frodo is actually in his 50s when he leaves the Shire to go destroy the Ring of Power in the fires of Mount Doom. I assume that one of our teams is actually called the Shire. I assume they know that. Which boy band was formed first? It's the Backstreet Boys. They were formed in 1993. NSYNC came 2 years later. And surprising fact, actually, all of these boy bands that are listed, except for 98 Degrees and Dream Street, were from Orlando. There's a weird, large amount of boy bands that have been formed in Orlando. I would have to assume it's because of Disney World. So they're probably all actors and everything like that, or singers and everything. So yeah, a lot of boy bands from Orlando. Number 10, in the Red Dead Redemption video game series, which member of the Van Halen gang is the oldest? That is Hosea Matthews. He is the old man of the Van Halen gang, also known as Dutch's Boys. Yeah, that's that one's, I would assume pretty easy. You guys all played Red Dead, right? I did. I loved it. So that concludes round 3. We can do a little score check. We'll get that up there on the screen. Let's take a look and see how we did. And boom, Wuhan, number 1. Okay, with a 2-point lead. Our team's essential. We knew they'd be up there. Good job, guys. Quarantine Age Dirtbags. Nice, nice. Reluctant Prisoners, they're a regular team, doing well. Okay. Rolling Out. I knew you guys would be in the top. Rolling Out's a good team. Peter, you lead a good squad there. I knew you guys were going to be the top teams. Yeah, so we are chugging on to our final round. Before we start round 4, some reminders. 1, we will be doing a watch party tomorrow for Tiger King. Come hang out in the Slack channel. It'll be fun. We can all talk about how ridiculous these people are, including, my girl who lost the arm. She's my favorite. Also, we do game nights on Wednesday nights, so come and join us for a game night. Also on our Slack channel, we'll have Jackbox TV, that Pictionary game I like, Cards Against Humanity, categories, all the good stuff. So please come hang out with us. Bring your trivia team to game night. Also, I forgot to mention, we will be doing a kind of impromptu game night after trivia. So you are with your team, and if you like the people you're hanging out with, or you want to keep playing games with them, come to our Slack channel. We'll have everything set up for you guys. It'll be fun. Keep drinking, keep playing games. We'll be here all night. It's Saturday, You don't have to get up early. So, cool. All right. I think we should be good for round 4. Can we get the score sheet in there, please?
Yes.
It's coming in right now. There you go. That's better. My monitor's over here, but the camera's over here. So if you see me looking off into space, it's because... Okay, it's in there?
It's in the chat, and it's in the Google Doc.
It's in the chat. We're ready for round 4. Okay, the theme of round 4 is the year 2008. So all of the questions will be based on the year 2008. I assume we were all there for it, unless we have some 12-year-olds in the house. If we do, shout out 12-year-olds. Actually, pause. Don't shout out 12-year-olds. Never mind. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, the year 2008. That is the category. Camilla is shaking her head at me. I don't know. That's hilarious. Okay. Number 1, round 4, year 2008. Who lost the 2008 Super Bowl? Was it the Cardinals, the Steelers, the Bears, the Patriots, or the Colts? Don't even tell me what they're saying in the comments. Don't even tell me. I don't even want to see it. Okay. Number 1 again. Who lost the 2008 Super Bowl? Was it the Cardinals, the Steelers, the Bears, the Patriots, or the Colts? Okay, question 2. Which song topped Billboard's Top 100 list as track of the year in 2008? Was it No One by Alicia Keys, Low by Flo Rida featuring T-Pain, Lollipop by Lil Wayne featuring Static Major, Viva La Vida Coldplay, Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis? All right, number 2. Which song topped Billboard's Top 100 list as track of the year 2008? I messed that up. Which song topped Billboard's Top 100 list as track of the year 2008? No One by Alicia Keys, Low by Flo Rida featuring T-Pain, Lollipop by Lil Wayne featuring Static Major, Viva La Vida by Coldplay, Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. All right, number 3. This public figure was sentenced to jail in 2008. Martha Stewart, Lil' Kim, Wesley Snipes, Robert Downey Jr., or Ja Rule? Okay, number 3 again. This public figure was sentenced to jail in 2008. Was it Martha Stewart, Lil' Kim, Wesley Snipes, Robert Downey Jr., or Ja Rule? Cool. Okay, let's jump to question number 4. Which movie topped the box office for 2008? Was it Iron Man, No Country for Old Men, Twilight, The Dark Knight, or Spider-Man 3? All right. Number 4 again. Which movie topped the box office for 2008? Iron Man, No Country for Old Men, Twilight, The Dark Knight, or Spider-Man 3? Okay, number 5. The 2008 financial crisis cost the American economy approximately how much money? $12 trillion, $2 trillion, $22 trillion, $222 billion, or $22 billion? All right, number 5 again. The 2008 financial crisis cost the American economy approximately how much money? $12 trillion, $2 trillion, $22 trillion, $222 billion, or $22 billion? All right, question number 6. Born in 2008, Norway knighted this animal and dubbed him the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian Royal Guard. Was it a penguin, a dog, a pig, a chicken, or a cat? Okay, number 6, one more time. Born in 2008, Norway knighted this animal and dubbed him the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian Royal Guard. Is it the penguin, the dog, the pig, the chicken, or the cat? Or a penguin, a dog, a pig, a chicken, whatever. Cool. Number 7, guys. Which of these politicians did not run in the 2008 Democratic presidential primary? Is it John Edwards, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Dennis Kucinich or Howard Dean? Okay, number 7, one more time. Which of these politicians did not run in the 2008 Democratic presidential primary? John Edwards, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Dennis Kucinich, or Howard Dean? Okay. Number 8. As measured by Nielsen Media Research, which was the what? Sorry. Start again. As measured by Nielsen Media Research, what was the most popular TV show of 2008? The Mentalist, Sunday Night Football, Dancing with the Stars, American Idol, or Grey's Anatomy? Okay, number 8, one more time. As measured by Nielsen Media Research, what was the most popular TV show of 2008? Was it The Mentalist, Sunday Night Football, Dancing with the Stars, American Idol, or Grey's Anatomy? Cool, cool. Number 9, our penultimate question of the evening. How many days were in February in 2008? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right, number 9, one more time. How many days were in February in 2008? 27, 28, 29, 30, or 31? Okay, we are on our final question of the evening. Actually, that's not true. I'm sorry. This is our second to last question because we have our tiebreaker question. So we'll be doing our tiebreaker question. It is a number amount. Let's do number 10 first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, number 10. The music streaming app Spotify was launched in 2008 in which country? The United States, Sweden, Denmark, Japan, or the United Kingdom? Okay, number 10 again. The music streaming app Spotify was launched in 2008 in which country? The United States, Sweden, Denmark, Japan, or the United Kingdom?
people are saying that the answers in the type form don't match what you just said. I think the actual options are US, Sweden, Israel, Japan, and UK.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's actually a good point. So there was an update to the answer that did not make its way. So it was not Denmark. It was replaced with Israel. Probably a freebie for you guys if you are smart. But yeah, there you go. Apologies for the typo there, guys. Good catch. And a good reminder to me to let my executive producer review all of my questions before I decide to go live. Anyways, so that's question 10. Okay, so we have a tiebreaker question. So it's a numbered amount. And if you guys put that number in to the type form for question 11, only put the number, please. Do not put any text. It'll completely screw up your score. It won't work. This is where I mentioned Excel. I can explain to you how it worked, but we can talk about that offline. So we have our tiebreaker question, which should break any ties of teams that have matching scores. And it is also the reason why you guys have +1. So you can thank this question for giving you a +1 point. Okay, so the tiebreaker. How many windows are there in the Empire State Building? I actually don't have a slide for this one. So we're going to keep question 10 up there. We're going to do how many windows are there in the Empire State Building? And put a number amount as your answer, please. Okay, let's run through these questions one more time. So we just make sure we're all on the same page here. The theme is the year 2008, and we are starting with number 1. Who lost the 2008 Super Bowl? Question number 2. Which song topped Billboard's Top 100 list as track of the year 2008? Number 3. This public figure was sentenced to jail in 2008. Number 4. Which movie topped the box office for 2008? Number 5, the 2008 financial crisis cost the American economy approximately how much money? Number 6, born in 2008, Norway knighted this animal and dubbed him the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian Royal Guard. Number 7, which of these politicians did not run in the 2008 presidential primary? Number 8, as measured by Nielsen Media Research, what was the most popular TV show of 2008? Number 9, how many days were in February in 2008? Number 10, the music streaming app Spotify was launched in 2008 in which country? And then our tiebreaker question, how many windows are there in the Empire State Building? Yes, so how many windows we got in the Empire State Building? That's a number amount. And let's submit those round 4 answers now, please.
They want us to clarify the Super Bowl question.
Claire.
2008 Super Bowl, the one that happened in 2008, right?
The one that happened in 2008. Yes, that's correct.
They're asking 2007 season ending in 2008 or 2008 season.
The Super Bowl that
2008.
The Super Bowl that physically happened in the year 2008. So the season didn't start in 2008. It ended in 2008. I actually remember exactly where I was when I watched that. I was in my freshman dorm. Okay, let's get those scores submitted, my guys. And let's take a look at, see if we got people coming in. Okay, I think we have these scores coming in. Looking good, looking good. As these scores come in, I just want to remind you guys, we are doing a game night literally right after this. So you guys already have your Zoom set up. You don't even need to switch who you're hanging out with, and you can just hop into our Slack channel. We have a bunch of links for games and stuff like that you guys can play with your team. So you do trivia, bing, bang, boom, right to categories, right to Pictionary, right to Cards Against Humanity, whatever you guys want. There's also actually a very cool puzzle game in there that I feel like no one thinks is cool, but if you actually open it up and look at it, it's cool. You can do like a competitive puzzle solving, which I think is actually pretty neat. So you guys are already in your video hangouts. Why not keep hanging out and playing some games and joining us on our Slack channel? If Camilla could put the link to the Slack channel in the chat, that would be great. Just so you guys, if you're not a part of it already, join it. And it's in the, actually, let me send her that link. Okay, I'm going to send that to her right about now. So 1 second, everybody. So we still got answers coming in. Don't worry. I'm not stalling or anything. We got answers coming in. Don't worry. We're going to be good. Cool. So you will see in the Google chat in the next few seconds the link to our Slack room for game night. Would be great if you guys joined us. You know, we're all here on Saturday night anyway. You know, keep the fun times rolling. Okay, so I think we have our scores submitted. Let's do some answers. Okay, who lost the 2008 Super Bowl? That would be the New England Patriots that lost to the Giants in the helmet catch by David Tyree. What happened to his career after? Nobody knows. Number 2, which song topped Billboard's Top 100 list as track of the year 2008? That was Low by Flo Rida featuring T-Pain. That was also my freshman year of high school. It was freshman year of high school. Sorry, I got my freshman years mixed up. 2008, 2012. Never mind. So it was Low was number 1, then Bleeding Love, then No One, then Lollipop, and then From the Parking Lot, Apologize by One Republic. This public figure was sentenced to jail in 2008. That was Wesley Snipes. He didn't file his taxes, so he went to jail. He was sentenced in 2008, but he didn't serve, I think, until 2010. Martha Stewart went back in 2004. I know everybody probably thought it was her, but no, it was Wesley Snipes. Which movie topped the box office for 2008? That was The Dark Knight. It pulled in $535 million at the box office. Best movie of the year, 2008. The 2008 financial crisis cost the American economy approximately how much money? That was $22 trillion. We're back, baby. Just like 2008. Wonderful. Number 6, born in 2008, Norway knighted this animal and dubbed him the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian Royal Guard. That was a penguin. The official title is Sir Niels Olav III. He is promoted every time the Norwegian king visits the zoo in Edinburgh, Scotland, where he lives. Apparently that's a lot because he's climbed the rank pretty high. He was a gift from the zoo from Norway because a Norwegian discovered the South Pole and brought a penguin back with him. So that's the story there. Which of these politicians did not run in the 2008 Democratic presidential primary? That was Howard Dean. He's notorious for his run in 2004. As measured by Nielsen Media Research, what was the most popular show of 2008? That was American Idol. It was the most popular show of that year. David Cook defeated David Archuleta by 12 million votes, but I believe David Archuleta went on to have the better career, probably because the winners of those contests end up with a really bad record deal. So it's better to come in second place in American Idol. Little known fact. How many days were in February in 2008? It was a leap year, so there was 29. There's also a leap year this year, too. The music streaming app Spotify was launched in 2008 in which country? That was in Sweden. It's not a US company. It's not a British company. It is a Swedish company. Thank you very much, Sweden, for giving us Spotify. I love it. And the tiebreaker, how many windows are there in the Empire State Building? So if you have a tie with somebody, whoever got closest to this extremely high number is the one that will be ahead of you in the rankings should this Excel fire correctly, which I think it did, actually. There are 6,514 windows in the Empire State Building. So those are our answers. Let us take a look at some scores. Okay, let's see what we got here, guys. One second. Let me get my slide up. Score sheet. Oh, wrong one. Whoops. Hold on, wrong window. I was sending someone a link. And let's do our score sheet right here. Looks like our winners, we have Wuhan Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So you and Tulsa Tough both got all of our questions right, but the tiebreaker Wuhan flew over the cuckoo's nest. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You guys both got one wrong. Very smart teams because you had that +1 from the tiebreaker. So then Wuhan must have had a closer score than Tulsa Tough for guessing the number of the windows in the Empire State Building. But honestly, Tulsa Tough, fantastic job. It's not easy getting that many questions right. Our team is essential. You guys are essential. You guys did a fantastic job. Reluctant Prisoners, another regular team coming in at 4th. I love it. The Dirt Bags, you guys I think are new. I think you're new. Welcome to Better Off Inside Trivia. Really great to have you. Rolling Out, another one of our regular teams, always does well. Good to see you in the top 10. Score Distancing, yeah, for the most part, you guys finished 7th. That's pretty good. There's a lot of teams. Dirty Quarantinis, I think those might be a new team. Like to have you. Alternative Facts, Dim Sum, also great to have you. And This Guy Gets It, that's a regular team. Great to have you again. So I'm just going to conclude by saying thank you so much for playing trivia with us. I really appreciate it. It's been great seeing the same people come each week. It's been awesome seeing new people. I'm going to read the comments after this and see how much I got flamed, most likely, constantly. And also, just a reminder, come do a game night with us, okay? We have our Slack channel set up. I believe Camilla put it in the chat. So definitely check it out. It's in the email you received to us. You already have your teams all formed. Let's play some games. It's Saturday night. We can be up all night. It'll be great. We're doing a watch party for Tiger King tomorrow, also on our watch party Slack channel. Check that out. And then we do game night on Wednesday, and on Saturday we will be back here for another night of trivia. As you can see, we upgrade each week. Who knows what next week will bring? Maybe I'll be out here on a unicycle or some shit like that. I don't know. But I'm also going to leave this stream on for a little bit just so you guys can, if you want to comment or organize or do whatever, we're going to keep the stream on for a few minutes. I would assume you might say, like, shout out Gil. He's awesome. He's the man.
They want to see your pants.
They want to know if I'm wearing pants. Interesting. Might have to leave that one for next week, or I don't know. Okay. Well, you know what, guys? I'll let you know. I am wearing pants. These are jeans. I'm wearing jeans. Okay. They're rolled up. That's why I look like they're capris. But yes, I'm wearing pants. I wear pants every week I do this. So secret's out, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, as always, thank you so much to my executive producer, Camilla. Let's give her a hand. She does a great job. Better Off Inside team. We work hard to put this stuff together for you guys. We really, again, I said it like 8 times, but it's legitimately true. I really appreciate you guys coming every single Saturday night doing trivia with us. It's awesome. And let's keep the good times going, and do a game night and send us photos. Send us photos, please. Especially if you are a top team. So Wuhan, Tulsa, our team is essential. Reluctant Prisoners. Send us a pic of your team. We'll throw it online. It'll be great. And I think that's it for me. So like I said, I'm going to leave this stream on, but I'm going to just have the final screen on and everything like that. So let's get rid of these scores. And then let me get is this the right one? Thanks for playing. Yes, that's the one. Tag us on Instagram, as always, please. And I think that's it for me. I'll see you on Slack. I'll be in there tonight, so we can maybe do some games. Cool. Thank you so much, guys. Fantastic night, as always. Farewell.